I'm pleased to have with us today one of the new kids on the court, Lawrence Pollard, number 32, a native of Brooklyn and a guard on the Mountaineer basketball team. Presently a freshman, Lawrence has also achieved quite a record for himself as an outstanding shooter at Boys and Girls High School. He averaged 23.7 points while shooting better than 55% from the field. In addition to possessing excellent jumping ability, he was rated as one of the top 100 prospects in the country by Hoop Scoop magazine. And as Rico Tyler says, he has a long smile. Now we're going to listen to Lawrence, and he's going to be talking to us about taking things for granted.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and you can't make up your mind as to what to wear? And then because how you are dressed, nothing seems to go your way for the rest of the day? Or do you ever wake up and hear the rain outside and get upset because you have to get up and go to class? Or if you're an athlete or a coach, are you ever angry because things don't go your way on the football field or basketball court? If you have answered yes to any of these questions, then perhaps you're the type of person who takes things for granted. Until my senior year, I was the type of person that took things for granted. Then several events happened which changed my outlook on life. For my first 3 years of high school, I always assumed that everything would go my way. I felt that just getting by was good enough, and as long as I was eligible to play basketball, I didn't care about my grade point average. Although I always went to class, I never studied. At the beginning of my senior year, several coaches came to my high school to recruit me, and they all wanted to see transcripts. But my coach told me it was a school rule that he would not release my transcripts since my grades were so bad. My coach and other coaches began to suggest that I attend prep school or junior college. Also, they didn't think I would perform well on the SAT, which is a test you have to take to enter college. I had always taken attending college for granted. For the first time, I thought it might not happen. Then I took my SATs, and I was relieved when I passed it on the very first try. After being recruited by several schools, I chose WVU. Also, there was a time when I took my mental and physical abilities for granted. As a high school junior and senior, I was a participant in the wheelchair basketball classic in New York City. In order to play in this classic, we had to make a mandatory visit to Goldwater Hospital, and then we had to write an essay on it. This hospital specializes in this care of paraplegics. These are people who are paralyzed either as a result of illness or an accident. Some of them could speak, some of them couldn't. Most of them could not walk. Since this time, I have never taken walking and talking for granted. The third time I took something for granted, it was regarding something that was much more painful to me. My mother passed away when I was 3 years old, and since this time I lived with my grandmother and father. My grandmother became a mother figure to me. She was the most influential person in my life. She was always there to talk to, and she was always interested in me. Anytime I did anything wrong, she was always there to give me confidence in myself and help me see my mistakes. When I was 17 years old, she had a stroke and she was in the hospital for approximately 1 month. The night before I left to go on a AAU trip out west with Riverside Church, I wanted to see my grandmother in the hospital. But somehow time just got away from me, and I didn't get the time and I didn't see her. But I rationalized and told myself that I would visit her as soon as I returned. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to see my grandmother for the last time because she passed away while I was gone. I really regret that I took the chance to see my grandmother for granted. Because of these type of events in my life, I feel that now I'm a different type of person. I never put things off that I can do today, and I realize that tomorrow is not promised to anyone. In conclusion, don't let little things get you down, and instead of dwelling on what you don't have, think about what you do have. Be grateful, make the most out of life, and above all, don't take things for granted.